Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's pre-order official prices. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so here we've got this week's official prices. Just getting started here with the new Killteam set. Killteam GallowFall box set. Coming in at $185 USD or $220 Canadian. So no surprises there, right in line with the previous expansions. And we do know that these box sets are typically a nice deal. If we take the two kill teams inside the set, that's going to come out to about $120 or so. And we know the books go for about 45 bucks as well. So that puts us at about 165. So that means you're paying $20 extra for the terrain accessory sprues, the ones that are unique to this set, as well as all of the terrain, which is exactly half of the boarding actions terrain set, and then the game board as well. So pretty nice deal if you're after everything in this set. Now, if you are only after some of the components, there may be a better option for you to just pick up the individual kill teams or accessory sprue at a later date. And we know the two kill teams in this set are the Leagues of Votann. So this is the new Kin Warriors box set. And then it does include the upgrade sprue, which is going to give you things like the knuckle dusters, the jump pack, special grenadier, the heavy weapon, and some of the other accessory stuff as well. And then the second team is the Felgore Ravagers, and this is a brand new kill team. Very cool models, 10 in total. And although we did see some recent models from the Beastman range in Blackstone Fortress, this entire kill team is unique and very, very cool. I think this is going to be really popular. It's definitely a cool sort of air quote new faction, and from what I've gauged so far, people appear to be interested in it. So very neat. And then here we see all of the terrain in the set. And if we look at this stuff right here, this is exactly half of what you need for boarding actions. So one nice thing about these kill team sets is if you have one of them already and then you were to pick up this one, or really just any two of them, is going to give you all of the terrain you need for boarding actions. And then we see all of the like accessory terrain down here. That stuff is all for narrative play. So if you are after the various narrative missions that coincide with the books, you can play those missions if you have the upgrade terrain. And then, of course, the final main item in the set, the game board, and then also the actual book itself. And the book itself is going to include all of the rules you need to play both those kill teams, as well as a bunch of different competitive missions and narrative missions as well. And then there's tons of lore and background and everything like that that'll wrap up the story about the GallowFall. So very cool set overall. I'm definitely going to be picking this one up and wrapping up the indoor kill team season. And at 185 bucks, it's not cheap, but it's right in line with what we'd expect. And moving right along, we have the Killteam Exaction Squad. So these are the Adeptus Arbites, and there are 3 different ways you can field these guys. One is in Killteam, and you have everything in the box to make these unique looking fighters here. And then you can also take them in Warhammer 40,000, either equipped all with the shield and mace, or all with shotguns. And the Exaction Squad is going to come in at $60 USD or $75 Canadian. And these were gone extremely quickly. They were previously only offered in the Soulshackle box set, which literally sold out in seconds. A couple of them are starting to surface now. So if you are after everything from that set, you can still pick them up here and there at a decent price. These guys aren't going to be nearly as popular as the Casterkins, but it doesn't mean that they're not going to be sold out and stay sold out for months to come. So if you have been patiently waiting for these guys or struggling to get your hands on them, I would not mess around. I would pick them up. Better safe than sorry, because the last thing you want to do is wait all this time for them, have an opportunity to buy them, and then they're gone for a couple more months. And these models are super cool. As far as the actual rules go or competitiveness as a kill team, they're definitely a nice set. I don't think they are the best team. I don't think they're going to change 40K with their new rules, but they are definitely awesome. And I'm not sure what's going on this time, but for whatever reason, there's another disaster at Games Workshop, and they are basically either releasing things, not releasing things, or just pretending like they don't exist. So we saw this Killteam Upgrade Soulshackle set. This is all of the narrative terrain from the Killteam Soulshackle box that sold out so quickly. And unfortunately, it didn't show up on this week's price list. Typically, if it's not on the price list, at least for North America, It means it's not going to come out this week. We have seen in the past where something is supposed to come out and then it doesn't make it onto the price list and then it does still come out. So there is a possibility if you're after this terrain, it's going to be available this week. But honestly, we don't have a price for it or anything. And in the past, whenever something has been shown on the Warhammer community website, but we didn't get a price for it, 95% of the time, it's not available that weekend's pre-orders. And I know a lot of people are after this specifically. I'm not sure how much it's going to cost. I do speculate that it's going to be more expensive than the last upgrade set because it was only 1 sprue and this one is 2. So I'm guessing somewhere around like $50 or $60 USD. But honestly, we don't even know if it's going to come out this week, let alone the price. And also along the lines of missing or unspoken about things, in that same box set in the past, Games Workshop has always released the individual components together. And here we see the Killteam Exaction Squad and possibly the Soulshackle Upgrade sprues, but we don't actually see the Soulshackle book, which is key if you want to play either the Drukhari or Adeptus Arbites teams. So I'm assuming that that is delayed for whatever reason from print. It will probably be out in the next week or two, I'm assuming. And then also we see that the Drukhari team, the Dark Eldar, the kill team is basically a unit of Kabbalite warriors with an upgrade frame, and we don't see that available as well. So theoretically, that should be out this week, and for whatever reason, it didn't make it either. So clearly there's something going on behind the scenes here, as we don't have prices for one item, and we don't even have the other 2 items. And realistically, whenever this box comes out and they sell the individual components, there's really 4 items for sale. So as of now, it looks like only really one of them is going to be for sale, the Exaction Squad, but we'll see, maybe 2. Possibly the other 2 will be coming in the next few weeks, but with Games Workshop, you never know. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Bloodbowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video. And right in line with everything Games Workshop does, there's always some question and confusion. So next we have the Killteam Felgore Ravagers dice set. So this is the new Beastman dice set. And then also listed on the price list, but we don't actually see the product, is the Exaction Squad dice. So we see the Felgore Ravagers dice are for sale this week. They are $35 USD or $40 Canadian. So are the Exaction dice. Here we see the Felgore Ravagers dice, but we don't actually see the Exaction Squad's dice. So once again, we're not seeing them on the Warhammer community website saying that they're coming out this week, but we are seeing them on the price list. So I'm going to assume that because they're on the price list, they will be available this week. So keep your eye out for those as well. If you are super excited about the Adeptus Arbites or the Exaction Squad and you want to get the dice also, they should be $35 USD and they should be available this week according to the price list. But again, we'll see. And right in line with the hot mess express that is Games Workshop, we see all of these Titanicus card packs, which I've been notified by some community members after I asked. They chimed in and let me know that actually these card packs are pretty important. And if you are a Titanicus player, you're probably after these. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, they're not on the price list this week. So I really don't know what's going on with North America releases, but it does appear that these have been delayed. Now, it is possible they'll be available this weekend, but there's no prices for them. And again, typically, if there's not a price for them, it means they're not going to be on the list this week. All right, and then just finishing up down here with the Black Library, we have the Great Devourer Leviathan Omnibus. And this is the paperback novel, and it's going to be $18 USD or $20 Canadian. So if you want to read about the Leviathan Omnibus and the old Great Devourer in paperback, here's your chance. And then we also have Adeptus Sororitus, Pilgrims of Fire. And this is coming out in the hardback version. Now again, on the price list here, it says hardback novel, but in parentheses, it says PB, which normally means paperback. So again, we're seeing an error on the actual price list from Games Workshop. It does say $27 though, which is the price of the hardback novel. So $27 USD or $32 Canadian for this. And I'm assuming it's just an error on the price list itself because it does say available in hardback, ebook, or audiobook formats. So I'm sure I'm not the only one noticing that Games Workshop is making countless errors lately and is just way in over their heads with all the stuff going on. And then finally we have Outgunned, Denny Flowers, and this is a paperback novel, and it is priced at $16 USD or $17 Canadian if you're interested in picking up Outgunned paperback. So yeah, that is it for this week's pre-order prices. Obviously, a little bit of confusion. A couple items on the price list that are not showing up on the Warhammer community website. A couple items on the website that are not showing up on the price list. And the truth is, when Saturday rolls around and these are all up for pre-order, I'm sure it's going to be just as confusing. So obviously, Games Workshop has a lot going on right now. They are pumping out releases like crazy, completely flooding the market with big boxes and lots of product. And although it seems like a never-ending stream of product, for some reason, it just seems like all the stuff you want, you can never get a hold of. So the frustrations are definitely real. Keep your eyes out on Saturday for what's actually going to make it to the pre-order list and what's not. Hopefully, once we get the release of 10th edition and the new big box set comes out and everything like that, Games Workshop will kind of calm down a little bit and lay off. I would imagine a large amount of their team is dealing with this big release, and it's probably responsible for why everything else seems to kind of be falling apart behind the scenes. So let me know what you're most excited about. Also, feel free to vent your frustrations in the comments below. I always appreciate your guys' comments and hearing back from you. And if there's ever one place that you can vent about GW and what the heck they're doing, it's always in the comment section on these videos. So super excited for this week's releases. Cannot wait to get a hold of the final installment of GallowFall, read up on the lore, and get a hold of a couple new kill teams and some more of the neat terrain features. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check out the link in the description to save 15% if you're after any of these Games Workshop products. And that's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I don't know about you, but I'm going to keep playing Killteam indoors, at least sometimes, even after the Gallodark is destroyed. And I'm out of here.